Hi, this is IK. Welcome to useEffect. useEffect. Here it is. My confusion was why we use arrow function. Unnamed arrow function. Here it is first parameter of useEffect, and second is curly brackets here is empty. It means there is no dependency for start again useEffect. useEffect would be start, would be called, useEffect would be called only one times after initial rendering. When component was mounted, this event call useEffect, and useEffect have two parameters. Execute. In that moment, useEffect, when called useEffect, parameters, first parameter arrow function activate, would be called that, and that arrow function would be start called, and inside of that arrow function here, in the body of React arrow function, we have fetch post function calling. It is braces, parentheses here and here without parameter. Fetch post is called. We can write like this. Also work, all is okay. Because my question, my confusion was why we need arrow function? Why we don't call directly here directly fetch post without arrow function? When I write directly, I have I always render. I have loop of rendered, and it must be stopped within inner algorithms. But because fetch post is activate in initial rendering also, it is direct calling of function, and initial rendering is something execution row by row, and would be execute this directly, would be called directly. That every times when we have rendering, we will have call this fetch post. We don't need it, and it is don't work. But instead of direct call, we can use reference. It is reference, and all is work good now. In this situation, when we have no dependency, it means that useEffect would be called only one times, and that useEffect would call this by reference. But fetch post like reference would not be called in every rendering, or only after useEffect. I thinking about if fetch post is inside, it would be some question, because we think that useEffect encapsulate all what is in parameter, and nothing cannot activate fetch post inside of useEffect. But it is not for sure, and because of that we use practically always the best recommended is use arrow function. Arrow function is only reference. It is define of a function. It is not calling of function, but useEffect call it. And but the law is that we always use function here, because look at now, it is not tank. Fetch post here is not tank, and we can use this fetch post, but it is very simple. From arrow go to only reference of fetch post. But look at here, when we have when we have tank function like here, when we have dispatch, and when we try to useEffect dispatch fetch posts, it is impossible, because dispatch with parentheses, function dispatch with parentheses, is calling dispatch, and after that here is calling fetch post. Parameter is direct calling fetch post tank function, and it is more complicated. It is than without Redux. It is application with Redux and the tank, and because of that also we go in arrow function. You look at, and for example, in arrow function is possible condition, possible coding what we want, any logic what we want. Like here we have logic, all logic. It is impossible directly. It is impossible directly. It is possible only in anonymous arrow function. And excellent example here is with a lot of coding and some logic. Here is a logic, this must be 1, and this is always 1. Dispatch scripting like syntax like this, always dispatch fetch post is ready to be, it is 1. And if status is idle, there is starting, there is effect dispatch fetch post, and here is dependency, we have status and dispatch, both is in fetch post also. Here is 1 dispatch, but fetch post tank function also dispatch. But this is very important logic, because only when status idle it is possible, because without it we will have again loop of infinite loop of rendering, because always we have changing status because of it is tank function, and always changes dispatch. Fetch post tank, there is a 2 dispatch, pending and fulfilled or reject, and every of that dispatch would be activate again rendering, and only when status is idle it is possible. It is good state, all working good with this constatation. And this is not possible right in like reference without parentheses, because we have two function, and this lot of coding is possible only in arrow function. Okay, thank you for watching this video.